guys, and we're back with another reaction. How's everybody doing? I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine. You know what I mean? I'm really trying to get into other content. The reaction thing is cool, but all I see online nowadays is everyone just beefing. Like everyone is just beefing. I'm not learning anything. Everyone's beefing there. Everyone's arguing there. Someone's better than someone there. Someone's better than someone there. I'm not learning anything from anyone. I understand the beef always gets the traction, the algorithms. I understand. I get it. But that's how sometimes it plays out. It proper plays out. It honestly plays out. Because sometimes I just want to listen to a conversation about real stuff. You know? No one's really talking about what's happening in politics. No one's here really reacting about, and I'm talking about our scene. No one's talking about how they're having deep dive in the Epstein files. They're having deep dive in Prince Andrews. That situation, he just got arrested. He just came out of the police station. There's nothing. There's literally nothing. I'm doing it. Don't get twisted. I'm doing it. I reacted to Piers Morgan when the whole Gaza and the Israel debate was happening on his platform with the IDF soldiers. I was watching that. I was reacting to that. Reacting to conversations about 20 liberals versus one Democrat or whatever. 20 conservatives versus one Democrat. And I'm learning. But like nowadays, everyone just wants to beef. Everyone wants to argue. Everyone wants to just do the same stuff over and over again. It's getting played out, big man. It's getting played out. It really is getting played out. Because I don't understand what's happening. When tanks and bouncers started popping off on this scene, whatever, bro, I was learning how they were doing things. Bouncer had been doing podcasts and stuff for a minute, and I watched it. I watched it when he talked about the music industry. I spoke about it when he talked about listened when he spoke about the marketing thing, tanks as well. You know, Clue's doing his thing. I do understand controversy sells, and I'm down for it, but to a degree. What's next? I watched Quang Face in the kitchen. That's good content. And I think the best episode for me was him and Tiny Boots, two different generations from the same area. One was linked to Wooly, one wasn't linked to Wooly. I don't understand. It's still the same road, whatever, but it was an intellectual conversation that I wanted to hear. For example, I'm from the generation where the ends wasn't really messing with Peckham like that. But the younger generation, like 3 years, 4 years, I don't know how much younger, started messing with them, Peckham. I was like, oh snap. I never thought Peckham and Brixton would ever come together like that. Same thing with Peckham and Lewisham and other areas. What I'm trying to say is, I'm not telling people what to do. I'm not here for that. That's not who I'm. That's not my prerogative. What I am trying to say is, I like listening to everyone's content. I watch people's content. I watch No Behavior's content. That's the podcasting avenue. And podcasting, I'm sorry, isn't going anywhere. This reaction back and forth won't last too long. It won't last too long. So everyone get their money, get their whatever they need to get. I hear you. But I'm saying this thing here won't last too long. Podcasts are always going to be a podcast. That's been established in stone now. You know what I mean? So I understand when people are talking about how the podcast is irrelevant. Not irrelevant, but it's not quick, up-to-date content. And it's true. But if I'm going for a long drive, I'm going driving somewhere, I'm going to put on a podcast. If I'm going on a plane somewhere, I'm gonna put on a podcast. Do you understand? So it's like, it all depends on the person. Honestly, it is. It all depends on the person. But for me, I just think like the scene is doing well. The YouTube scene is doing well. The streaming scene is doing well for the UK. Just let's not make it die out. And the only reason why it dies out is when we're always beefing each other. Like it's the same stuff over and over and over again. Like over and over again. You know what I mean? There's so many streamers doing well. So many YouTubers doing well. So many podcasts doing well. 90s Baby is a prime example. A prime example of what it is. Yes, they're doing other segments. Yes. It's good. When I see Temi and VP, what's that from? I forgot his name, my bad. Yeah. But when they're doing their thing, away from the podcast, it's still linked to the podcast because their face is the podcast. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I just want everyone to really push this thing one back. After a while, I'm gonna change my setup. I've already built it, but I'm just gaining more traction, more conversation, more viewership, and then when that viewership hits a certain number, that subscriber hits a certain number, boom, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna new setup. I got my new cameras, new backdrop, everything ready. You know, so I have to work harder as well. So I'm not trying to say it's not people are just doing the same content. I just don't want this to die out. Afro swing was there, right? Afro swing was popping. But what happened in the industry was everyone just wanted to listen to Afro swing. Everyone, every label, every A&R was just playing, yo, you know, you got your Afro swing. No. Afro swing, and there's pop, and there's rap, and there's hip hop, and then there's grime, and then there's funky house, and then there's soul, and then there's what else is there? Funk. I don't care. Well, you know what I'm talking about. And there's dubstep, and then we should all have our different lanes. We should all have our different lanes, but all from the same place. Just different lanes. It's not that I don't understand what the problem is. I do. Greed is the problem. Greed. Big boy greed is the problem. You know? But anyway, guys, I just wanted to say that. Let's just get this scene keep rolling. I want everyone to have their Maybachs. I want everyone to have their Rolls Royces, their Ferrari, their Lambos, their RS6s, RS7s, you know what I mean? I want everyone to get what they deserve. Musically, podcasts, reactions, YouTube, doesn't matter. I want everyone to get what they deserve. I want everyone they can feed their families. Yeah, I think once everyone can feed their families through music, YouTube, whatever, I think that's when the real work starts. Because now you have no more overthinking about, damn, with my next meal, damn, his mom can pay this bill. You've got that covered now. So, anyway, guys, like, follow, subscribe. You know what I mean?